It is a beautiful afternoon for a ball game as we welcome you back here to the Hatters softball field adjacent from the high school as we see Mara Fleming and the Central Bucks South Titans come into town to take on Maya Ravi and the Hatboro-Horsham Hatters. We welcome you upstairs and we apologize for this odd camera angle. Ben Zellers, Jack Vitelli, and Jack, how are the Hatters doing so far?
So far, the Hatters have started off 2-0 after a shutout loss to Neshaminy, while the 7-5 Titans just won 7-6 in their last game.
Yeah, and we talked to the Titans coach down on the field before the game, and he said he thinks that this is a state championship caliber team. What do you think the Hatters have to do today, having some struggles to start their season, to get a win here?
Personally, I think they need to involve more in their offense. As we said, they got shut out, and the pitcher for Neshaminy had 5 straight innings with a no-hitter, which is going to be a big problem for the Hatters. But one person that hasn't had that problem is the Hatters' star player in Ravi, who has had almost a 500 batting average and also leads the team in multiple of the hitting stats.
So it's looking forward to be a good one. We'll be back in just a moment with lineups and first pitch. Don't go anywhere.
Have you ever wanted to know what it's like to shoot a film or work on the set of a live television broadcast? Then HHTV is the place for you. Our award-winning program gives Hatboro-Horsham High School students the opportunity to immerse themselves in the exciting world of media production. HHTV provides hands-on experience behind and in front of the camera producing and broadcasting live events, as well as directing and editing student films. To join the club, see Mr. Burchek in room F218 or Mr. Anderson in room D210. We look forward to seeing you soon.
All right, back now. The game just about to get underway. Jack, will be interesting to see here how the Hatters can fare. I mean, their coach for CB South anyway did really talk them up a lot. He said that they in their first games they played the reigning state champion, the runner-up, then the third best and fourth or fifth best team, right? So very impressive. I believe they won most of those games, or at least that's what he made it sound like. He did not specify.
Yeah, Ben, they won 3 out of those 5 games, which puts them in a really good spot and does add some credibility to them being a top team in the state, as he said they are. So it could be very interesting to see what the Hatters are up against.
Pitch taken low for a ball. And that's going to be a fair ball. And pulling into second, standing up. Or no, that'll be foul. Okay, that makes more sense. She wasn't going very fast. Their coach was saying it was fair, but the umpire did not agree. Kennedy Kahn on the mound for the Hatters this afternoon. Sophomore with a very impressive history in pitching in Little League, before high school and all that stuff. See how she does today. Definitely one of the more valuable assets for the Hatters, I'd say, Jack.
That's right, Ben. The coach definitely talked her up a bit, and we've seen from the stats, of course, she's done pretty well as a pitcher. We'll see how she does today against CB South. So the Titans, once again, they've had good offense. They put up 7 runs in their last win, so we'll see how this goes.
So Aaron Ruddle, I mentioned this a minute ago, is at the plate for the Titans. So 3 balls, 2 strikes, a full count. Now the pitch from Kahn once again. Ball 4. So the Titans start with a runner on first, off the walk. And now coming up to bat is Mara Fleming, a senior. Coach said she was one of the leaders on this team. She's committed to Kutztown to play college next year. Going to try and lay down the bunt. The throw to second is not in time. Ruddle is in there safely. And the first stolen base of the game for Central Bucks South. Now the next pitch from Khan. Taken outside. And leading, but going back in safely is Ruddle. Tries to bunt foul again. Now the pitch. Tries to bunt. Pulls back, held the swing. That's going to be a ball. And then Neal runs into second, but Ruddle gets right back. On the pitch, bunt foul. Stays alive. Now the pitch once again. Swing and a miss. Struck her out. So time is called as Fleming is retired. And now coming up is Ellie Wheeler for the Titans.
Yeah, Ben, Ellie Wheeler's going to be pretty dangerous. Committed to Jefferson to play softball, so another dangerous threat here for the Hatters. They've handled them pretty well, but we'll see how they go from here.
Now the first pitch to Wheeler. Taken for a called strike. Make the count 0-1. Swinging a line drive, a base hit into left field. Holding at third was Rudder, and that'll be a single for Ellie Wheeler. So that's going to put with one out, runners on the corners. And coming up to bat now for the Titans is Maddie Motley. Pitcher, sophomore. On the first pitch to Motley, runner goes, and there will be no throw. So a stolen base there for Wheeler, and that'll put two runners in scoring position now with only one out. One ball, one strike. Called strike there. Make the count 1-2. And the pitch. Taken high for a ball, so be 2 balls and 2 strikes now. On Motley. Now the pitch. Taken for a called strike 3. Or no, that's strike 2. It's my bad. And that is a called strike 3. Right there. So the second strikeout of the day for Khan.
Yeah, Ben, I mean, you need to take advantage of that. She was not trying to hit that ball at all. She was just letting it go, hoping it was going to be a ball. And if you just hit those corners, make her second guess, she wasn't going to swing. That was a great job by the pitcher there.
Especially on a 2-2 count there. So first pitch taken for a strike. 2 outs now. 2 runners in scoring position. Ben Zayers, Jack Capitelli, if you're just joining us. Hatters coming to this game definitely as the underdog, but so far we're not playing too badly as that ball's fouled away. Definitely a rough start to the season for the Hatters, as we just discussed a moment ago. But they sort of figured things out, you know. Coach Sadala is first year, so new coach, new coaching staff in general. A lot of change adjustments I'm sure need to be made there. But a couple of their last games haven't been too bad as that ball's popped up and caught, and that will end the top of the first inning. Titans leave 2 on. And we'll see what the Hatters can do now. So on defense for CB South, we have Mara Fleming at second base. We have Cam Lee at shortstop. We have Aaron Ruddle and catcher Kate Muntz in the outfield. Chrissy Ivers as a pitcher as well. Megan Sandow at third base. Ellie Wheeler in center field. Maddie Motley as a pitcher, and then we have Maddie McClintock also as a catcher. And I apologize, a bit limited. That was all the information we were given, so we will see. So what do you have for us, Jack?
Now let's take a look at the Hatters batting order, starting off with shortstop Maya Ravi, center fielder Kara Neild, catcher Maddie Karpovich, left fielder Annabelle Deacon, second baseman Bella Karpovich, pitcher Kennedy Kahn, first baseman DeLeon, right fielder Molly Harrington, and third base Sydney Castle.
Yeah, so definitely a pretty good lineup, I would say, for both teams. The Hatters, I think what's nice about them is, like we said, they have had kind of their struggles so far, Jack, but they have a very seem to have a very good core of their team and a very good morale and kind of chemistry to work together. So I think that if they can, put that together today, I think that they shouldn't have too much of a problem against Central Buck South here.
Yeah, Ben, I mean, we were told by the coach they had a rough start, but once they started to figure out the new philosophy, I mean, that's always the challenge when you have a first-year head coach. You're still trying to figure out what they're saying. You're trying to get the rust off because it's the start of a new season, while also trying to figure out the new system, the old system, trying to put them all together. And that's always going to be the big challenge, and they seem to figure it out here.
So here's Ravi up to bat for the Hatters. First pitch. Taken low for a ball, so it's 1-0. Starting on the mound is Maddie Motley, the sophomore. The 1-0 pitch to Ravi. Taken for a strike, 1-1. pitch swung on and ground ball past to shortstop. And that'll be a base hit. Ravi starts off the day with a single. And now coming up for the Hatters, Kara Neal, the center fielder.
Good news for the Hatters, Ben. They already have more hits than they had in the first 5 innings of their last game, so hopefully that's a good sign here.
Yes, we'll see what Neal can do. If you get a couple base runners early and kind of drive in some runs before the pitcher's really settled in, it's a bunt, drops the bat, foul. I think that's a really good chance for the Hatters, like I was just saying. Before the pitcher's really settled in, these first few pitches at bats, I mean, kind of get it, kind of get her off her feet a bit by having a couple base hits or, a lot of long at bats, foul balls. That will definitely work. Something that works in the Hatters' favor today, or at least that's what I would think. Another bunt laid down by Neal. That will be fair. She will throw to first, and it's dropped, and she is safe. So that'll move Ravi up to second. So runners on first and second, and no outs.
Yeah, Ben. I mean, that's a very dangerous move there. You're bunting when there's a person on first, and very easy for you to get out, first of all, on a bunt, let alone someone on first. That's a quick little dump-off double play. That could have really messed up the Hatters there, but as you see the drop there on first, really caused a great job there for the Hatters.
First pitch taken for a strike. The runners were going, but they returned. So 0-1 the count. Another pitch, really high. She was trying to bunt as well. Karpovich. That'll be a ball.
One thing I will say, Ben, is I don't get why they're trying to hit so short. Right behind the shortstop, you see there's a wide open gap right there. You see in the right near the right side of right field, there was a wide open gap that they could try to hit it to. So trying all these short hits against CB South isn't very smart because you have all these gaps a little further back. So you don't have to power swing and try to swing for the fences. But as long as you try to get a good gap hit, you'll be fine.
And we just saw right there a single for Karpovich that they got the lead runner Ravi at third. So 1 out now. And now coming up for the Hatters, Annabelle Deacon. Now the first pitch to Deacon. She's going to try and bunt as well. Lays down. It is fair ball. They're going to throw to first. That throw is in time. 2 outs, but that will move the runners up. 60 feet, I believe it is, in high school softball, right? 60 feet between the bases?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, okay.
As I keep saying, Ben, you keep bunting, you keep risking getting hurt. I don't get like that idea of bunting right off the bat, just quick hit after quick hit. It's not very effective unless you have a catcher that can't really throw out. And as we just seen, they can throw them out.
Here's Bella Karpovich up now. The left-handed batter. First pitch taken for a ball. A good chance for the Hatters. Do have 2 outs, but a good chance to at least knock in a run or two here. And I think scoring first would be big momentum for this team. Next pitch is taken low for a ball. 2 balls, no strikes. Now the pitch, swung on fly ball, right into left field and making the catch. And that will retire the side. So a couple of hits, but no runs come of it. And it's still a 0-0 game as we go to the top of the second inning. And we'll be right back after this.
Yeah, first we'll take a look at the Hatters defense. Starting off, we got Maya Ravi at shortstop, center fielder Kara Neal, catcher Maddie Karpovich, left fielder Annabelle Deacon, second baseman Bella Karpovich, pitcher Kennedy Kahn, first baseman DeLeon, right fielder Molly Harrington, and third baseman Sydney Castle.
In the batting order for the Titans today, we have Aaron Ruddle. And then we have Mara Fleming, Ellie Wheeler, Maddie Motley, Maddie McClintock, Cam Lee, Kate Muntz, Megan Sandow, and Chrissy Ivers. Kahn back on the mound to start the second inning. First pitch, swung on, fouled. Good thing there's that fence there to protect Mr. Anderson on the camera. It'd be unfortunate if he got hit.
Yeah, Ben, it's been a while since Mr. Anderson's been on camera. I wouldn't like if he got hurt. Then we'd never have him on camera. It's nice for him to take a little bit of a break.
0-1 pitch, taken high and outside for a ball, so it's gonna be 1-1. The 1-1 pitch from Kahn, swung on and missed. Be 1-2. Another 1-2 pitch, swung on a miss, struck her out. It's Kahn's third of the day. And now coming up to bat is Kate Muntz. The senior outfielder. First pitch. Taken high for a ball.
Yeah, if I'm CB South, I need to take a look at the pitcher. All of Kahn's recent pitches have been towards our left and towards the outside of the left, and trying to hit right in that line, very close to the strike zone, but very hard to tell to try to add some confusion. I'm going to take a look. I want to adjust my area of where I'm looking to hit to over there, because once you figure out where the pitches are, you're going to be very easily able to direct where they're going.
Exactly. So clearing this there. So ball and 2 strikes. Now the pitch. Swing and a miss, struck her out. That's strikeout number 4 of the day for Kennedy Kahn. And 2 quick outs now for the Titans. Now coming up to bat. Batting 8th is Megan Sandow, the junior first baseman. Or third baseman, excuse me. Now the pitch. Swung on, popped up into center field. Under it is Neal making the play for the final out. So the Titans go down in order, and we go to the bottom of the second. Still no score. All right, we're back now for the bottom of the second inning. Coming up to bat is Kennedy Kahn, batting sixth. And now the first pitch to her. Swing in. Calls her out. Just a dribbler up the third base line. And a nice throw there by Sandow for the first out.
Yeah, but Ben, you gotta think. As a pitcher yourself, you gotta know the tips of a pitcher, and you gotta know exactly where they're placing it. And I mean, just first hit right off the bat, got hit, didn't end up getting on first. But if you hit it correctly, it would have been perfectly fine.
Yeah, and batting seventh now, Adriana De Leon. Wales misses at that one. No balls and a strike. Now the pitch by Motley. Swing and a miss. Quickly behind 0-2. Now the pitch. Taken high for a ball. One-two pitch. Swung on and held it foul down the third base line. Just a bit late on that one. And now the 1-2 pitch once again. Swinging a foul ball once again.
Poor Mr. Anderson. That's the second one that almost hit him.
Yeah, that's what the backstop's for. One ball, two strikes. Pitch from Sandow. Swung on and driven. That's going to be a base hit into left field. Rounding first is De Leon. She's going to get into second with a stand-up double. That's her first hit of the game. Hatters going to have a runner in scoring position with one out. As coming up to bat now is Molly Harrington in the 8-hole.
Yeah, Ben, I'd like to talk about that last hit. I mean, that was great. Adriana did a fantastic job of finding the hole in the defense, because how the outfielders are spread out, they have very big gaps where they have to figure out who's going where, and finding the perfect seam in between that led to that great hit.
Yeah, Harrington tries to bunt. It's going to be foul, so behind 0-1. Trying to get De Leon over to third. Now the pitch fouled away. That one's way over the backstop into the Jarrett Nature Center. Quickly behind 0-2. You know, when you only have 60 feet between the bases, I feel like it's harder to lay down a bunt. Taken high for a ball. Because you don't have to run or throw nearly as far to get it. So when it works well. There's definitely more, I feel like, technique there, or much less margin for error than, say, in a baseball game. Pitch taken high, ball 2.
Another thing that surprises me, Ben, is the safety bag. I didn't see that at on the baseball field. I could be wrong, but I find it weird because I still remember this clip I see of someone when they're sliding back trying to keep themselves safe. They accidentally go onto the orange bag instead of the actual bag, and they
yes, I saw
get
that as
thrown
well.
out.
Yeah. I saw a clip of that as well the other day. Another pitch from Sandow. Popped up again and fouled once again. in the Titans dugout, and that's going to once again roll down into the Jarrett Nature Center. You have a player going to try and retrieve it. I don't know. Maybe they see it. Yeah. She said, I'm not going to bother. You could tell by the hand motion. Or, no, she's asking someone else to come over. Back to commentating the actual game. Good at bat here from Harrington. Staying alive. The pitch again from Sandow's rip. That's going to be a foul ball. Just a bit tad late on that one. Here's the pitch. Swung on, and that is going to be foul. Also into the Jarrett Nature Center. There's probably a lot of lost balls back there.
I wonder if one comes in here, but if we can keep it as a souvenir.
Yeah, if you catch one, that'd be pretty cool.
And
what is over the fence? I'll stick my hand out over the fence like some of those. There's a game. So that's going to be popped up and foul, but caught, and Adriana's got to get back to second. She does. So 2 outs now for the Hatters. And up to bat, 9th is Sydney Castle. Now the first pitch to Castle. She's going to look to try and bunt, and that's going to be foul.
I don't get, you have 2 outs. Why would you bunt here?
I guess she thinks that she can. I mean, I can understand. You can lay it down. It's all about like laying it down right.
Yeah, but
yeah,
it seems like too much of a risk when you have only someone on second.
Yeah, I understand your point. That's me taking high. Now the steal, and she is safe. They called her safe. From here, Jack, she looked like she was out by a mile. But then again, the umpire is standing right there and can see much better than we can from our viewpoint, which is in right field, by the way. So I guess a good job there by DeLeon. She's going to get to third now. Now swing. Completely missed that one. It was a bit of low, too.
Very risky steal there.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I mean, impressive that she was safe, but I thought that unless the fielder missed the tag, that's a possibility. While taking low. Now the pitch to Castle. Swung on, fouled away. Don't even have to say where it went at this point. I think we all know. What a nice breeze up here we have, Jack.
Yeah, at least it's not as bad as the game from last year.
True. Well, yeah. Pitch to Castle, swing and a miss. Struck her out, and the side is retired. So a hit there for the Hatters. No runs scored, and we go to the 3rd inning. Still 0-0. Be right back after this.
Have you ever wanted to know what it's like to shoot a film or work on the set of a live television broadcast? Then HHTV is the place for you. Our award-winning program gives Hatboro-Horsham High School students the opportunity to immerse themselves in the exciting world of media production. HHTV provides hands-on experience behind and in front of the camera producing and broadcasting live events, as well as directing and editing student films. To join the club, see Mr. Burchek in room F218 or Mr. Anderson in room D210. We look forward to seeing you soon.
So taking a look now at that steal by DeLeon. A very nice job of her getting in there, but well, I don't know. What's it look like to you, Jack?
says no signal. It says no signal.
So now Khan the pitch. Swung on, popped up. That's in play, or at least it was. Went over the fence, chasing it down. Skarpovich.
All right, let's take a look now at the pitch for Umkin.
Khan. There's a ball high. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Struck her out. The strikeout number 5 for Kennedy Khan on the day. And now coming up is Aaron Ruddles. We go back to the top of the order. The first pitch to Ruddle. Swung on and popped up right on the third base line, and Castle making the catch for the second out. Coming up batting second, Laura Fleming. Got on base last time. See if she can do that again. Pitch from Khan. Taking for a strike. Seemed like Fleming just like stepped over the plate there. Jack, did you see that? Like when she was.
Yeah, it looked like she was gonna swing, yet never brought her arms. And it wasn't like a check swing where you start to bring it. It was just a step, and then like, no, I'm not gonna swing.
None of us hit her, or it did hit her. So, another walker. They'll put runner on with 2 outs. Now up to bat is Ellie Wheeler, who is committed to Jefferson University to play softball next year. Congratulations to her. First pitch from Khan, taken low, and they're look back to first, but no throw. Here's the pitch. Ball and no strikes. That's taken for a strike. He'll even the count up at 1-1. One ball, 1 strike, the pitch. Swung on, fouled away. I'll be 1-2. One-two pitch. Taken for a called strike 3. Throw over to second, not in time. So in for the steal is Fleming. Not that it would matter because I retired the side. So no hits, although Fleming was walked, and no runs scored. So that will take us to the bottom of the 3rd inning here on HHTV.
HHTV is your place to see what's happening in the Hatboro-Horsham School District community. Whether it's district news, live events, or entertainment, our team of students and staff covers it all. HHTV streams live to cable and Facebook, as well as YouTube, where you can also find an archive of our content. To learn more, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and X, or check out our webpage on the district website. HHTV, informing, educating, and entertaining the Hatboro-Horsham community.
just about set to get underway. And Maya Ravi will be up to bat for the Hatters. The first pitch taken for a strike. No balls, one strike. The pitch from Motley. Taken high. Even the count up at 1-1. Motley, the pitch. Swung on, and that's going to be driven to be a base hit up the middle, and Maya Ravi gets on board. So a leadoff single to start the inning, and coming up now for the Hatters is Kara Neild, the center fielder.
Seems like a little bit of deja vu, Ben. That's how the first inning started off with a Maya Ravi single. Let's see, hopefully they do a better job at getting that run in now.
That'll be a bunt that's going to be fair. They're not going to get to it in time, and everyone's going to be safe. A very nice job there by Neild. And that's with the runners on first and second with no outs. Coming up, Madison Karpovich hitting third.
And now let's take a look at that single right here. And just a great job. It was a low ball. Pitcher had a chance of getting it, but couldn't get there and just rolled right past. Great job there by Ravi.
First pitch to Karpovich. Called strike. Looked to bunt, but pulled back. Still no out, so good opportunity for the Hatters to put some runs on the board. Pitch from Motley. Swung on, driven. That's going to be caught. Oh no, dropped. Throw to third though is in time, and that's going to get Maya Ravi. So one out off of what you think would be a routine play. It was just straight up dropped by Sophie Ningham. It looks like. I apologize if I'm pronouncing that incorrectly. Pitch looking to bunt, and that's going to be a strike. Annabelle Deacon up at the plate. So Hatters still have runners first and second, just one out now. Neild on second, and Karpovich on first. Time called. I'll have a quick mound visit.
Yeah, Ben, on that out, that's the problem. Even if there's confusion, you always run to the bag because you never know if it's going to be dropped or not. Even though they thought it was a catch, you still just need to run to that base and hope that they drop it. Speaking of that hit, let's take a look at it. And yeah, you just see a good hit there, catches it and falls straight out of the glove.
Yeah.
But thinking that it was dropped, went back to second, and that little split second of thinking it was a drop caused her to be out. Just crucial seconds that caused her to be out.
Now the pitch to Deacon. Swung on and missed. Pitch taken high for a ball. Ball and 2 strikes. The pitch from Motley once again. Swung on, and that's going to be a foul ball. No. Pitch for Motley. Taken low for a ball. It'll be 2-2. The pitch, that's on the dirt. And going to third is Neal, past Neal. Neal's going to get home. Karpovich is going to get to second. The Hatters are on the board.
Actually, Karpovich is going to end up at third.
Really, it's a nice job. Smart move there because the ball threw it home. Very nice job there. Nice base running by the Hatters on the error by the Titans. So it'll be 1-0 now. Pitch is fouled away. Let's take it low in the dirt. That's what you ball for.
I didn't know we had Bryson stop bang for us.
Yeah. I didn't realize I had a speaker in there.
Let's go take a look of that error there, and just thrown straight down the foul line, and just a great job base running there, and just smart moves by the base runners, making it 1-0.
It's just high. Runners retreat. Runners on the corners. One out. That ball gets away, and Deacon will steal second. But Karpovich is going to remain at third. So now 2 runners in scoring position. And Bela Karpovich has a chance for a big hit here that could extend the Hatters' lead.
Wouldn't it be poetic for the sister to get a single so that way the sister could get into home?
Now the bunt laid down by Karpovich. That's going to go right to the pitcher, but that will score a run. So 2-0 Hatters, productive RBI there by Bela Karpovich. And now coming up to bat for the Hatters, Kennedy Kahn, the pitcher. First pitch taken for a ball. It'll be 1-0. 2-0 Hatters. Ben Zollers, Jack Caftelli, if you're just joining us. And Jack Hatters definitely the underdog in this game as that ball's lined out to left field, going back, and it's going to get all the way to the fence. Into second with the stand-up double is Kennedy Kahn. And that's going to increase the Hatters' lead. 4-0 as she clears the bases. And now they're going to put in a pinch runner. They're going to put Alina Daniels out there in her place. And now Adriana De Leon will step in to the box. looking to drive in one more. The pitch is grounded right to the pitcher, drops it, throws to first. The throw is in time, and that will retire the side. 4-run score, though, in the inning off of some very productive at-bats by the Hatters. And we go to the 4th. Hatters 4, the Titans nothing. This is Hatters softball on HHTV.
Have you
Oh, they probably disrespect.
Yeah.
And welcome back here to Hatters softball here. Once again, Jack Coftelli, Ben Zollers. And Ben, 4-0 now for the Hatters, big underdog. What's your opinion?
I'm very impressed, especially by those last few at-bats there in the 3rd inning. Did a very nice job. Kind of just seeing the ball, swinging all the way, and then laid down a couple nice bunts too. So we'll see if the Titans can answer here. But so far, the Hatters look like they're really getting it together here. So we'll see what Central Bucks South wants to do about that. It's kind of still in the game pitching. She has 6 strikeouts so far. Very impressive. That ball is fouled away. Pitch from Kahn. Called strike 2. Quickly behind 0-2. Pitch once again. Swung on and missed. And that's strikeout number 7 for Kennedy Kahn. There's a quick first out for the Titans.
Let's go take a look at the last run scored by the Hatters. And just a great deep drive there. And just great base running. Just seeing how far it is and just a full out sprint to the home plate. And just great job driving in 2 runs. And not only that, now the person that hit 2 RBIs is now pitching for the Hatters.
Now the pitch after the called strike. It's also taken for a called strike, quickly behind 0-2 is Maddie McClintock. Now the pitch swung as we go right to Castle, 3rd, throw over to 1st in time. And 2 outs now. The Hatters. Up to bat now for the Titans. Cam Lee, the shortstop. Tries to bunt, foul. Pitch from Kahn, taken for a strike. He disagrees, thought it was a bit inside. No balls, 2 strikes. Pitch to Khan, swung on and missed. And that is strikeout number 8 to end the inning. 1-2-3 go the Titans once again. And we go to the bottom of the 4th. There's Hatter softball on HHTV.
HHTV is your place to see what's happening in the Hatboro-Horsham School District community. Whether it's district news, live events, or entertainment, our team of students and staff covers it all. HHTV streams live to cable and Facebook, as well as YouTube, where you can also find an archive of our content. To learn more, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and X, or check out our webpage on the district website. HHTV, informing, educating, and entertaining the Hatboro-Horsham community.
Back now, here in the bottom of the 4th inning. Taking a look at the crowd. Beautiful day here, about 80 degrees. Little nice breeze going on. And no, it's not blowing our papers around as much as the last time we did a softball game, so we do appreciate that.
Not just that, Ben. At least the Hatter side, they're all very happy. 4-0 game. Couldn't ask for anything better. Big underdogs going into this game. The CB South coach hyping up their team. And the Hatters coach said they started off rough. They figured things out, and they definitely have. 4-0 against a tough CB South team. I mean, that's one way to send a message.
Mm-hmm. So we'll see if the Hatters can add on to their league, because you never have too many insurance runs, at least in my opinion. As coming up to bat for them will be Molly Harrington, the right fielder, sophomore. And Jack just lost his pen too. Nice to see. What comes around goes around. Maddie Motley will remain on the mound after giving up those 4 runs. Or correction. No, she will not. They will be bringing in a new pitcher. Alexis Griffin. It looks like they're going to give her a couple warm-up pitches.
When we were talking to the coach before the game, they said Alexis Griffin, now a sophomore, was a freshman starter for them last year, and said that she has improved throughout the year. So we'll see if she can put away the Hatters here. As a lot of hype, we'll see if it lasts.
Snow Harrington will step into the box. Looking at the first pitch from Griffin, it's fouled away.
Almost hitting the
Fence is coming loose right there.
almost hitting the Hatters first base coach. That would have been a problem.
That ball is taken for a strike, so quickly behind 0-2 is Molly Harrington.
Maddie Motley has actually switched to first base instead of pitcher. So we'll see.
Swing and a miss.
We'll see if that affects the game at all.
The first strikeout there for Griffin. And now coming up to bat, Sydney Castle. Griffin, the pitch. Taking high for a ball 1. That ball's taken for a ball as well, and ahead in the count 2-0. Now the pitch swung on and a foul tip. 2 balls and 1 strike now for Sydney Castle. Two-one pitch, swung on, fouled away. And now count's evened up at 2-2. Now the pitch taken inside. It's going to be a full count. Really good take there by Sydney. Full count. The pitch from Griffin. Swung on and driven. That's going to be a base hit into right field for Sydney Castle. As the right fielder, Kate Muntz there, cannot make the play. Most likely would have been safe anyway. So a good way to start there. Hatters have a runner on first and no outs. Here is the top of the order. Maya Ravi at her third out bat of the day. The pitch from Griffin. Taken for a ball. Swollen, and that's going to be stopped there by the second baseman, and the throw is in time to get Ravi. A nice play there by Mara Fleming. But that will get Castle to second, so 2 outs now. Or no. There's going to be a bit of a discussion here. That looked like it said out, Jack, but she's still staying at the base.
I'm not quite sure, Ben. I thought the first baseman moved. Let's take a look right here, Ben. And I thought the first baseman's foot came off the base. And you can't really
you can't really tell.
Can't really tell from that angle. But
they do overturn it. The runner is safe, so take that out the board. So now 1 out. Runners first and second there on the nice play by Ravi. That's why I always hustle. Here's a pitch from Griffin. Trying to lay down the bunt. Little miss there is Carol Neild in the batter's box once again. The ball also on strike, the pitch fouled away on the bunt attempt. Swung on and missed. Struck her out. Her second strikeout of the day for Griffin. There'll be 2 outs for the Hatters as Madison Karpovich come up once again. There's a pitch taken high for ball 1. Pitch, swing, and foul. The pitch swing in, that's going to get right to the shortstop. The throw to first in time, and that will retire the side. So, good effort by the Hatters. However, no runs will come of it. We go to the fifth. Score 4-0. Hatters in front. This is Hatters softball on HHTV.
Have you ever wanted to know what it's like to shoot a film or work on the set of a live television broadcast? Then HHTV is the place for you. Our award-winning program gives Hatboro-Horsham High School students the opportunity to immerse themselves in the exciting world of media production. HHTV provides hands-on experience behind and in front of the camera producing and broadcasting live events, as well as directing and editing student films. To join the club, see Mr. Burchek in room F218 or Mr. Anderson in room D210. We look forward to seeing you soon.
And welcome back to HHTV, the Hatters softball game. As you take a look, the announcers, me and Ben, but that's not the only people. We got Peyton right behind the camera right here, the one that actually put the camera on us. We have Miss St. Pierre, our intern, as well as Mr. A in the truck. We have Mr. A. In the truck, we have Lucia and Mr. Stevens. So
yeah, very hardworking, great crew we have here at HHTV. And happy to bring you another good broadcast today. We hope that you're enjoying the outcome so far, at least if you're a Hatters fan. Most likely you are. That's probably why you're watching this. Like, I would say 90% of the people would just say, I mean, I guess some from the other team, like we told, never mind. Khan's still out there. We have Lucia and Mr. Stevens in the truck as well, who we did announce. I don't know if the microphone picked that up. Oh, and Nick too. Sorry, Nick. He does very good work with the replay. Last but certainly not least, right, Jack?
yeah.
The pitch. Popped. Well, no, let's be fair. And caught by Ravi for the first out. So, Muntz is retired. Now we go to Megan Sandow. If the pitch tries to bunt, that'll be a strike.
That's one of the few times, Ben, that I've seen a swing and a miss on a bunt.
Well, I mean, that's one of the few times for me, too. That's, I think, the second time this game. Pitch by Khan. Taken for a ball. Sandow looking to get a base hit to start off the inning. Our team swings and misses at that one. She's behind in the count, 1-2. Or 1-1. Correction. Now the pitch, swing and a miss. Struck her out, so I was right about that, Jack. I saw you looking over and scolding me, so it was a 1-2 count before that, actually. So now 2 outs here in the top of the 5th. And coming up to bat now, Chrissy Ivers.
I don't think we're talking about this Hatters defense enough. They so far. Actually, you know what, Ben? I'm just not gonna say it because I.
Yeah, we'll wait till later to jinx.
Yeah,
stuff. How
I'm
about
not.
that?
This is.
The ball. So Chrissy Ives gets on first base. No problem there. So base runner would be very helpful there for the Titans. And correction, it is only 3-0 Hatters. I was under the impression it was 4. The ball's taken low in the dirt. Well, according to the scoreboard here, Jack, it says 3, but I would think, yeah, it's 4 because they scored. Yeah, so it's 4-0 Hatters. Excuse what I'm saying there. We're in the top of the 5th. 2 outs. And timeout here. They run out of balls, or what? What do you think is going on here, Jack?
I
Or
can't.
no, they're shooting up a new nosebleed. So look, the catcher has a tissue in her nose. She got a nosebleed. It looks like so. That is the reason for the timeout. It's a good reason. So we will see.
You do have the mask on, Ben. I wonder
you don't
how
wanna bleed
you
in the
get
mask.
nose.
It's kind of nasty, if you ask me.
I do wonder how you get nosebleed with.
Oh yeah, well
with
it
a
could just
mask
naturally
on.
occur. Unfortunately.
And now we are at intermission. Kind of.
Unplanned intermission.
Ravi and Khan right there talking to each other, getting prepared for the inning.
Well, what they hope is the last of it. So, still in time. I'm still waiting.
Let's take a look at the hit by pitch before this all happened. Yep, first pitch of her at bat, just straight to the elbow. I can only imagine that was very painful. I remember back when I played Little League when I was like 6, and my at bat I got drilled straight to the hand with a baseball. After that year, I retired from baseball.
Because I hope you're making it sound like that was your reason. I assume it's
Oh
not.
no, that's not
Yeah.
the reason. I had I think like
So
5.
Khan is a
I think I had like 5 hits
strike?
the whole year.
Oh, okay.
So
Well, that was more than I had probably all of Little League, so it's all right. Over my 5-year tenure.
5 years. I only played 2 years.
I played flag football for a year after that. That was fun. I was going to do it again, but unfortunately, in the year 2020, a lot of things did not pan out as expected. Think about the stat line, Jack. Flag football, I was on the Eagles, who went 12-0, undefeated, won the Super Bowl against the Vikings. So, I mean, it wasn't perfect in terms of conference alignment. But I had 0 pass attempts, 0 catches, 0 touchdowns, 0 rushes. That's going to be a base hit. Good job getting on that by Neal. So that'll put runners on first and second now in a 2-out rally getting going for the Titans. So yes, to wrap up the story, Jack, my stat line was all 0s. And I got I have a nice ring. I actually it's a nice metal die-cast ring from that. A lot of fun guys on the team. But a lot of those guys on the team play football, Hatboro-Horsham, so they were a lot better than I was. So either way, this was fun. And after that, that was kind of the end of my athletic career, well, besides golf. That ball's taken high. Golf,
Yeah.
which might actually be worse at than those other two sports. So you know.
Yeah, I played for a bunch of years. My second year, I was on the Colts. We lost in the Super Bowl badly, and
Pitch taken high.
our coach literally put stickum on our hands. So I don't
And you
think
still-
we still end up losing in the playoffs, or the championship.
Have some parents behind us that are being a bit obnoxious here, yelling things for no reason. That ball is taken for a strike. Gotta love the real enthusiasm of the crowd, you know, Jack?
Yeah, Ben. My sister, who, funny enough, is actually
And there it is.
the JV coach for the Hatters. She played many years. Travel, played here for a little bit.
So that's going to be caught. In outfield, that will tire the side. We go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Score for the Hatters still 4-0. Yeah, it has to be 4-0, right? It has to be. Back now. See Mr. Anderson's got us over there. And Jack, the Hatters, very nice performance so far today. I would say, to say the least. They had that 4-run 4th inning, was it, right? And they've just been on a roll ever since, especially about their defense. I guess we will say a little part of that now. They've been doing a really nice job, too. Limited to only a few hits, really, for the Titans. Is once Kenny Kahn and their defense got settled in, they haven't been able to do much, and that ball is fouled away. A lot of foul balls so far. So they look to keep that up. It's up to bat now for the Hatters. Is Annabelle Deacon. Ball's taken high. Now the pitch swung on, popped, foul. So 1 ball, 2 strikes to count. Ball. Now the pitch swung on and missed. Struck her out. So another strikeout there for Griffin. And now coming up is Bella Karpovich for the Hatters. 1 out here in the 5th. Time called. Well, the pitch is a strike. This one again. Swung on that is going to go right to second base. And Fleming takes care of that no problem. 2-away now for the Hatters. And coming up is Kennedy Kahn. Now the pitch, taken high for a ball 1. Swung on, and that's going to be a hard hit. Liner to short, throw it over to first is in time. And a nice job there by Chrissy Ivers. And that will take us to the 6th inning. The score, Hatters 4, Titans still nothing. We'll be right back after this.
Have you ever?
And now let's take a look at the replay of that last out. And a good hit there, great play by the shortstop, and just a great job getting there. And overall, just a great play there by CB South.
So here now, the top of the 6th. I agree, Jack. They did a very nice job. That throw from, shortstop to first or third to first, isn't always easy, but did a nice job and took care of the runner. So that's good for the Titans. They don't allow any more runs. Now Kenny Kahn will return to the mound for inning number 6, but Titans really need to start getting some hits, or otherwise they aren't going to get too much further in this game. That first pitch is taken low for a ball. Now the pitch. Popped up, right field. And Karpovich is there for out number 2, or excuse me, Molly Harrington. Read the wrong number. So, quick first out. Now the first pitch, swung on, line drive. Ravi drops it, and there'll be no throw. So base hit there by Maddie Motley. And 1 out, runner on first. Now Maddie McClintock come up to bat. Essentially looking for the double play here. Kahn's first pitch is low in the dirt. And Motley gets back.
Good eye, 3-4, good eye! Nothing in the dirt!
Gosh. This is taken low.
As I was saying before our break, I believe a break or two ago, Ben. Yeah, I remember these times. Now, I didn't play, of course. I was always in the stands watching, but I remembered the energy of the fans, and honestly, I kind of miss it.
Taken low. And now 3 balls and no strikes. Hatters trying to avoid a walk here. Taking for a strike there.
Let's go, 3-4. Let's go, South.
Now the pitch. It's going to be a grounder. Ryamavi's there, or Maya Ravi's there, and they do get the double play, Jack. And that will end the inning. Score remains 4-0. A very nice job there by the Hatters defense, and we go to the bottom half of the inning. We'll be right back after this. Back now, taking a look at the replay of that double play you just saw. Very nice job by Maya Ravi. Got the name right this time. Not stutter. Yeah, she was out. I mean, that was close to first base, but she got her by about a half a step or so.
Yeah, the same girl that made the error causing there to be that second runner, but does a fantastic job there of making up for it by getting them both out. So it's almost like the error never happened.
Until you look at the scoring sheet, but yeah.
And no one looks at those anyways.
Bottom of the sixth now, up to bat for the Hatters is one moment on that. We can see. Oh yes, Adriana De Leon, thank you very much for that, Jack. I guess it's easier to look on the monitor. Oh yeah, okay. I guess I could have just looked on the monitor in the first place. I was making that too hard for myself. The first pitch to De Leon. Griffin remains in the game as the pitcher. Taking high for a ball. Not a very wide strike zone, that's for today, that's for sure. Pitch by Griffin. Swung on, grounded, fair. Or no, that's going to be foul. Right on the line. Wisely waited for that to go foul.
Yeah, Ben, I was about to ask, I'm like, why dump it off to the pitcher when you can try to get the person out first?
Yeah. That pitch is taken for a ball.
It also seems like the player in right field has forgotten their hat for CB South.
Swung on and missed. It is now 2 balls and 2 strikes. Swung on, that is going to be foul ball. So you speak to the, you said she was missing her hat, so I assume that it's probably optional here. I was just to share an interesting fun fact. In Major League Baseball, I know this is a bit off topic, but a team can choose to enter the field in an inning with no hats on, so long as no one has a hat on. But that ball is foul as well. But if one player were to have a hat on, or one player were to not have a hat on, and everyone else does, then they would be penalized for it. I bet you didn't know that. Hats are only optional so long as everyone in the field is either wearing them or not wearing them.
That's very interesting there, Ben.
The pitch taken high. Yes, I don't remember. It was a while ago. I looked that up, but it's the great wisdom you can get from the internet.
Hopefully,
His account is full.
hopefully you didn't look it up on April 1st.
No, I did not. It was well before that. That's taken high. That's ball 4. De Leon will get on the first.
Yeah, so Ben, I think I also figured out probably why she isn't wearing the hat there, Ben, because she is also one of her positions are a pitcher, and sometimes they wear the protective mask so they don't
Well,
get their face hit.
Yes, everyone has a visor though. Like everyone on the team has one. I would say. Oh, well, at least I would assume that'll be an out right there. So now Harrington goes down for out number 1, and Sydney Castle will come out to bat once again. De Leon on second. Another run for the Hatters here would be nice to have, to say the least. The pitch by Castle, that's going to be a base hit. De Leon's going to go around third. She's heading for home. The throw to the plate is not in time. Adriana is safe. And Castle gets a second. It's an RBI double for Sydney Castle, and that's going to make it 5-0.
Or according to the scorekeeper, 4-0.
We'll have to clarify that after the game and
Yes,
in
we will.
post-production. We have some angry, well, not elves, not the elf like the movie quote, like you're an angry elf, whatever, but like people behind us. They did not like that call. Look, you think, but a couple of these throws, you think were Hatters would have gotten out and they ended up being safe. It looked like that the throw had her beat there, but I guess it's because it's all depending on the tag. That's going to be a foul ball. Right up at the first base line. Finally, something we can see. Everything's going over the third today. Maya Robbie's up to hit again.
That was very close to being a fantastic hit. If that stayed fair, that would have been a really good hit.
The pitch popped up, right field, under it, and making the catch is Maddie Jeffries.
Even with no visor, still able to make the play.
Yeah.
Guess the sun's not that bright today.
And now coming up for the Hatters, Karen Neild with 2 outs. Looking to drive in another run with Castle in scoring position. And they're going to actually pinch run her. Coming out for the Hatters is
Coming up in 2 to 3 business days. Daniels.
Elena Daniels again. And we wait for the batter to step in the box. Here's the pitch. Low in the dirt. And they'll look Daniels back to second. Ball's taken high. 2 balls and no strikes. That ball's taken for a strike. So a 2-1 count for Neild. That one's in the dirt. This will be 3-1 now. Griffin looking for a strikeout or just an out of some sort to get them out of the inning without any more damage done. The pitch. Swung fouled, and we have a full count. The pitch swung on, that is going to be right to the second baseman and safe. And now they got Daniels in a jam. She's going to slide home. She is safe. A poor fielding error there by the Titans. And the Hatters are going to add on another run. Very good base running. Well, at first it didn't look like it, but you know, they, like you said, Jack, but then you only have 60 feet there. She got to the point where she was right home, so by the time she was able to slide, I mean, they hesitated so long to throw it, they couldn't get her in a rundown.
Let's go take a look at an RBI hit from earlier. And just a great hit over her head, and just a great base running there. Great slide, and the catcher did not get her. Just sliding right behind the catcher right before the glove got there. Fantastic base running there.
That was that first pitch taken for a ball. Time called. Off the bat now is Karpovich. Swung on. That's going back and can't make the catch. In right field, throws cut off, and Karpovich is going to get into third, standing with a triple. So another hit from the Hatters as their offense has really come alive now here in the 6th inning.
Yeah, and Ben, speaking of Karpovich, she is committed to York College to play softball.
So she on the play right there. The ball just went right over the head of Maddie Jeffries. Really just not a solid piece of hitting there by Karpovich, and she wasn't able to run it down. So we'll see now if Deacon, as that's fouled away, can drive in another run for the Hatters. Now the pitch, that is going to be a base hit. Diving the center fielder, can't make the play. Karpovich will score. Deacon into second standing, and the Hatters' 2-out rally continues. Eight to nothing. And for a state championship caliber team in the Titans, we've had a pretty good season. Today is not, they have not looked like one, that's for sure.
And because I got cut off last time, we have apparently Bryson Stott up to bat. If no one gets a
Here's
joke,
Karpovich.
she's walking up
The
with
first pitch from Griffin is taken outside for a ball.
And for the joke, she's walking up with the same walk-up song as Bryson Stott is. So, if anyone, because you probably can't hear it.
The pitch once again. Taken for a ball, so it'll be 2 balls and no strikes. Pitch. Taken for a strike, so 2-1 now the count. Here's the pitch. Swung on, that's going to be a base hit into left field. Karpovich will get to second, and they're going to hold Deacon at third. And the Hatters' rally continues. Just a nightmare inning now for the Titans as they're CB South unable to get out of it, it seems like. And now Kennedy Kahn coming up to bat
A little bit
for the Hatters.
A little bit of a mound visit there for CB South. I mean, Ben, if I'm CB South in that mound visit, I have to be telling them, like, you have to be throwing better pitches. It's either a ball or they're throwing it straight down the middle. You have to try to hit those corners that are hard to get. I
Yeah,
mean,
exactly.
That's why you have film sessions. It's so that way you can see where the hitter's tendencies are.
The pitch swung on, missed. Be a ball and a strike. Now the pitch swung on and missed again by Kahn. So 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ball's high. 2 balls and 2 strikes now. I guess I don't have any more pitchers ready for today, Jack. You think they've left Griffin in a long time, especially with the amount of runs that have been given up.
Well, Ben, you don't
That pitch is in the dirt and we have a full count.
Ben, you don't want all your pitchers tired for the next game, because at this point it's the 6th inning. You're down 8 right now.
That's a good point.
Might as well keep the pitchers in. You rest up the starter, you rest up the next one, and then you just sit there and wait for the next game and try to get this game back there.
Yeah, that's a good point. I wasn't thinking of that. That makes sense.
You know, although every time we talk, it never seems to end well. So with my luck, they're going to score 9 unanswered.
We'll see. It's a 3 balls, 2 strikes, the full count, the pitch to Kahn. A grounder right there to third, the throw to first. Not in time. So another run comes across the score. That's Deacon, and Karpovich gets to third. Now Kennedy Kahn on first. And Jack, it is so our predictions at the start of this game were obviously not accurate. We predicted a much closer game than this, but 9-0. So for the Hatters, as they just continue to pour it on, and now they're going to bring in Daniels again, it appears, to pinch run for Kahn. Or correction, that's Frank they're going to bring in, not Daniels.
And just for those of you who didn't hear, Frank has subbed in as a pinch runner here.
Adriana De Leon up to bat.
It's a pretty good game so far, I'd say.
Here's the pitch. Runner goes and then retreats. Here's the pitch. He can low and away for ball 2. 2 balls, no strikes. And it's been 2 outs for a while now, Jack.
That's right, Ben. And also, if you see after every swing and a miss, Bella Karpovich, who's on third, is playing a little bit of a game with the catcher. Takes a while to get back, so that way if the catcher overthrows her, throws it to third, she can just sprint to home.
That ball's fouled away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Pitch to De Leon once again. Taking for a ball. And now full count. Now the pitch, Swan popped up, center field, should be able to make that play, and she does. So that will retire the side, but not before the Hatters pour on even more runs. And that will take us to the 7th inning. Last chance for the Titans coming up when we come back. We'll be right back after this.
HHTV is your place to see what's happening in the Hatboro-Horsham School District community. Whether it's district news, live events, or entertainment, our team of students and staff covers it all. HHTV streams live to cable and Facebook, as well as YouTube, where you can also find an archive of our content. To learn more, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and X, or check out our webpage on the district website. HHTV, informing, educating, and entertaining the Hatboro-Horsham community.
Back now for the 7th inning. And the Hatters looking to close this one out. Kennedy Kahn looking to go for the complete game here. After having a handful of strikeouts and just a really solid performance overall today, not just by her, but the entire Hatters defense. And we'll see if the Titans can have anything to say about that. And we wait now. Step into the box. The first pitch of the 7th inning is pitch is low. It'll be ball 1. Popped up. Karpovich there makes the catch. 1 out. Now the pitch. Swung on and missed. No balls and 1 strike.
Come on, Maddie, let's go!
The 0-1 pitch. Taken for a strike. Quickly behind 0-2 is Maddie Jeffries. No 2 pitch from Kahn. Swing on and miss. Struck her out. And now the Titans down to their final out. First pitch of the at-bat. Taken low for a ball. The 1-0 pitch taken high, ball 2. Ball taken low, is in the dirt. And now see south ahead in the count, 3-0. The pitch taken high, that's ball 4. So the Titans not done yet. Is coming up to bat now is Dallas DeBlasis. As the umpire and their coach exchange some words. And yes, Dallas DeBlasis is making her first appearance of the day. Pinch hitting. taken for a strike. Oh, 1. Now the pitch, swing and a miss. Quickly behind 0-2. Central Buck South, Jack is down to their final strike. The pitch from Khan. Taking down low for a ball.
Ben, does every game we commentate have to end in suspense?
I don't know if we call it suspense yet. I mean, they need a couple more base runners and a couple more runs for me to say that. 1-2 pitch from Khan, taken high, ball 2. Okay, well, I'm going to save my words there until after the game ends, Jack, actually. I'm going to take back what I just said. We've been known to jinx some things a couple of times, to put it lightly.
Yes, we have, Ben.
The 2-2, taken low, ball 3, full count. The pitch. And a called strike 3, the ball game is over. Kennedy Khan pitches a complete game shutout, and the Hatters win it 9-0. In a stellar performance, offensively, defensively, just from everyone all around. Just a great job, Jack.
Yes, it was, Ben. I mean, I've never seen such a complete team performance before. That was the hitting, that was the defense, it was everything.
Yes, just a great job all around by the Hatters as they improve with their 6th win on the season with a final score of 9-0. That's all for us today. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast. And until next time, I'm Ben Zollers with Jack Capitelli, and for Peyton, Mr. Stevens, Mr. Anderson, Miss St. Pierre, Lucia, Nick, our entire crew, Ben Zollers saying so long from Hatboro-Horsham High School.